Conor, how does it feel to be home?
Yeah, it's very good to be home. It's been a crazy trip. Got to see the world, promote the fight, look my opponent in the eyes. But it's good to be home in front of my own people. I think it's good to wrap this up here. It's good for me to feel this energy going into the camp to prepare.
You spoke about the tour. How's it been received?
The tour? It was brilliant. Every city blew me away, to be honest. We went to Rio, it was intense in Rio. Vegas, Cali, Boston, New York, Toronto was crazy. New York was crazy, Toronto was crazy. And I'd imagine this will blow them all out of the water again. But so it was fun.
What kind of an opponent is Aldo?
I think they're similar to them all, to be honest. I think they have that same set routine, that same pattern, that same reaction. It's just another body.
When do you think you'll fight in Croke Park?
I'd like to say the one after this, but the fact that this one's in the summer, I don't know whether I will definitely fight before next summer. So I don't know whether they'd want to do it unless it's summertime here. So, but we will see. I believe maybe the first defense could very well be Croke Park. What
does it mean to you to come here and have such a reaction, and for everyone to have taken to you and for you to be such a big star?
I'm just being myself. I'm just out here trying to take the gold and take the money and secure my future, secure my family's future. That's it. It's great to have the people behind me, but I'm just focused on the task at hand.
How do you see the fight going, Conor?
I think I'll be too strong for him. I'll be too powerful for him. I feel everyone he's fought before has been afraid. He's made a career out of being short, stocky American wrestlers who are not too good on the feet, who are intimidated by it. But me, I'm going to go straight for him, and I'm going to put him away.
Are you surprised at the reaction that UFC seems to be getting?
Here?
Yeah.
No, not at all. We are known for our fighting capabilities. This is what our country is known for, way back. So this is the purest form of combat known to man. So I'm not surprised. Martial arts is big in Ireland. It always has been. There's always been someone in someone's family that has done some sort of martial art, whether it's boxing, whether it's kickboxing, whether it's taekwondo, whether it's karate. We've always been some way involved in it. It's been a part of our life here for a long time. Now we have a big platform that people can aspire to, so I'm not surprised that it has taken hold the way it has.
Conor, conas atá tú?
Conas atá tú, tá mé go hintach.
Bhfuil tú agsú leis an tred?
Tá mé agsú leis an tred. Yeah, I am looking forward to the fight, 100%.
Agus céir atá le ráid fí Jose Aldo, what would you say about him as Gaeilge, más féidir? Don't worry, I don't have my cúna on your site.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm a bit rusty now. I can understand what you're saying, but speaking I'm a little bit rusty.
Give it a whirl, sure.
I'll tell you, tá mé chun búla san ceann le mo cus. Is dige cahar minód round over the hand. Unwell Carrigan Duggery and Leris.
Fair play, Dutch.
What kind of shape are you in?
I need to brush up on that, yeah.
Well,
100%.
lessons are always available.
I know. I can understand it because I was fluent. I was fluent, and I went to a school in first in Tala in Closter de Hede. It's on the Timon Park, and then when I moved to Lucan when I was 17, I went to a school Closter Cush Liffey. But I've been in an Irish school my whole life, and now
so
I can't even. I have it there. I just need to brush up on it. But, yeah.
What kind of shape do you feel you're in, Conor?
I feel in good shape. The most important shape you can be is if you're in shape here, if you're in shape mentally. And right now, I have never been in better shape mentally. So I'm going into this with a strong mind. I feel great. It's perfect. This tour now, the fact that we've done this right now, whereas for the Boston fight, we done this type of thing the week before the fight when I'm cutting weight for me is the real struggle. So to have to do all that media obligation with cutting weight, it was hard. But now we have done this 15 weeks out. Now the hype is done. Now it's built. Now I go and prepare. So I am feeling really good.
Conor?
What do the next few weeks or the next few months hold for you until the fight? What will you be doing?
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some of the camp here, and then I'm gonna pack up and bring everyone from my team to the West Coast. We're going to do it maybe 5 weeks in LA and then the final 3 weeks in Vegas. So I'm going to set up a house and a gym out in LA and then set up a house and a gym in Vegas, and then that's what I'm going to do. Everyone, the people that I've came up with from the start, I've never gone to other gyms. I've never travelled to other gyms and trained. I have my team that I came up with, my coach John, my team at Straight Blast Gym. Now I'm in a position where I can pack everyone up and bring them with me to wherever the fight is. The fight's on the West Coast. Go over there nice and early, customise to the time and get used to that. So that's what the plan is.
How important is to bring that bit of Ireland to America with you?
100%. My team is my team since day one. My coach has been my coach since day one, and that's the way it must stay. I feel people go and leave the country and go to different gyms and go in search of something, but we have built this together from the beginning, and this is what I will continue to do. The people who have been with me from the start are the people who have got me to this level. So thankfully I'm in a position where I'd like to go over to the West Coast to get used to that time. Now I can bring everyone with me, so it's perfect.
Just you're always talking about constantly improving in every aspect of the game. For the last 10 days, what have you learned about yourself and what have you learned about Jose?
I've learned really nothing about myself, or nothing that I didn't know. And same thing about my opponent. I feel he did not. I don't think he wants it the way I want it. Subtle tells. Anytime that belt is around, he's handing it. He doesn't want the belt in close proximity to him. He doesn't want to hold on to the belt. He wants to hand the belt back every time. That to me tells he doesn't want the belt the way I want it. He doesn't. It's a mental sign is what I see with it. So I've learned from Jose what I already knew, that he does not want this fight. He does not want me near him. But unfortunately, July 11th, there's nobody. Do
you think maybe you've awakened the best of him? That maybe you said obviously other fighters, certain body types, certain standards of striking, maybe you might have awoken this side of him that he needs, that maybe he should have been at all that?
I hope so. I feel that the hype and the talk, it brings the best out of everyone. I feel everyone that I fought comes in their best physical shape. I feel the Brandao that I fought in Dublin was in the best shape he could have been in. The Poirier fight, he was in the best shape he could have been in. They prepare as best they can, but when the mind is not there and the mind is not in it, it does not matter how good you come in shape. If the mind's not in it, you will be beat.
We've seen you evolve, Conor. Every fight we see something new from you. You too. Have you been working on anything specific in the lead up to this fight that we might see?
Yeah, I'm just looking to get better.
Sorry.
More flexion, more control, more balance. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of my evolution. I'm proud that you cannot look back at my last few fights and see the same person. Every fight there's something new. Every fight it's a different shot, it's a different reaction. Nobody can deny my evolution. I look around at people in the game and they are the same. Every fight is the same. It's about maintenance.
Is it the
same thing with Jose? It's maintenance. Same shot, same reaction, and then fight by fight by fight, war after war after war. The body gives in. The brain goes. You know what I mean? And that's it. I keep getting better, whereas they stay the same until deterioration kicks in and they fall.
Conor, you had an exchange with Ken Fegan on Twitter. Is that over yet, or have you forgiven him, or where does that stand?
Jeez, that must have been about 5 years ago now. I'd say.
Have you met him since?
I haven't met him since he got smart after my debut. I don't care about him. What's he now? He's a politician or something now. So fuck the politicians if you ask me.
You spent time with Pascal Collins?
Yeah, Pascal's a phenomenal coach. Great gym out there in Blanchardstown. He's a great stable of professionals. I'll definitely get back out there this camp 100%.
Conor, in terms of Irish sport and history, combat history, obviously we've had Steve Collins, Wayne McCullough, Katie Taylor, Michael Booth. Where does this rank, this fight, in Irish sport and combat history?
I think it's right up there. It's never been done before. We've never been on this stage. We've been on the boxing stage. We've been on, for our small country, we've been on many big stages, but this is one stage that we have not been on, so I'm proud that we are here, and that will spur me on to go and take it home.
Conor, you've spoken before about Irish people, how great they are fighting. What about the heat? We're not very good at heat, and how are you going to deal with that in Vegas?
I'm actually alright with heat, funny enough. I think I enjoy the heat. I like the sun, but
you think it could be an issue because Aldo obviously he's used to, he's from Brazil.
Well, let me tell you something. Every place has different air, and because we went from Rio to Vegas, the air is completely different. In Rio, it's that jungle air. It's an unusual air, and it's completely different to Vegas. So I don't think it plays a factor. If you think it plays a factor, then it's going to play a factor. But for me, the building is surrounded by, you know what I mean. You're in a building. It makes no difference to me. So.
Conor, are you surprised how easy it is to get under Aldo's skin?
Not really, no. He's never seen no one like me. Like I said, he's built a career of beating small, short wrestlers who are intimidated, and he's enjoyed his time intimidating them. But now I'm here, and he's shrunk. Now he's not intimidating. Now he's keeping quiet. So.
Would you prefer the fight to be closer now that you do have him rattled?
I would have liked the fight to be May 23rd. That was when it was scheduled for, but they chose it was International Fight Week, July 11, so they chose that one. But it is what it is. It makes no difference if the fight was today, if the fight was whenever. I'll beat him every time, you know. So it makes no difference to me.
How much importance do you put on, winding them up?
I'm just having fun with it. Do you know what I mean? It's intense. People can say what they want about it, but it's intense out there. You know what I mean? We're in this confined space. We're always coming face to face. We're always ready to fight, both of us. So I'm not putting anything into trying to get into his head. I'm just letting my emotions be and just being the way it is, letting myself be natural. I'm not trying to put anything on. Just whatever it is, it is.
There's a lot said about his leg kicks, Conor. How do you train for, to prevent that happening? Or, what do you do in training to prepare your legs for something like that?
Yeah, I've heard this a lot about his leg kicks, but I think his kicking game is overrated. He's got a good low right kick. He cannot kick high. The stance change is going to be a factor, definitely, because I am a southpaw leading with my right foot. He is an orthodox leading with his left foot. I've won fights before where an opponent throws a heavy right kick, I check it, and the foot snaps, the foot shatters. I've won fights with that before. So if he throws a hard leg kick and it is not timed right, and I check it, his foot will break. It happens many times when southpaws face orthodox. So, but the size and the range that I have will help me in that. So I am not worried about that one bit.
I haven't heard you call around yet.
I said I would knock. I said he would be done within 4 minutes. He would be out on his feet within 4 minutes of the first round, and then it will be a formality after that. How long his chin can hold up after that is up to him. He has been through many wars in his career. Every single fight, he comes out busted up. He's banged up badly after every single fight. So there's only so much the brain can take. There's only so much the chin can take before you get hit by someone like me, and it gives. So he will definitely be out on his feet within the first 4 minutes. It'll be a formality after that. How long he can take, we'll see. But the fight will be wrapped up within 4 minutes of the first round.
Conor, Lamas and Mendes are still yapping away. What do you feel about the fight coming up? Will you even watch it?
I'll probably watch it. I don't know. I don't give a shit about that. You know what I mean? Whatever, that is what it is. People in the mid tier, people in the low tier will always be grudged. This is human life. This is the way it is. So I'm focused on the gold. They should be happy with their main event slot, and that's that.
Speaking of Mendes, obviously he fought Jose last time out, and he gave him a bit of stick, seemed to get under his skin a little bit. Is that what you want? Because ultimately in that fight he stood in the pocket with Mendes, because Mendes got under the skin and pissed him off.
I just think that's the way he fights anyway. I think that's anything got to do. If anything, he was going at Mendes. He was pushing him around. That's not the case with me. He hasn't opened his mouth to me. So But I think that's just the way he fights anyway. He's sloppy. He has his basics down. He has his straight shots. He has his low kick. But after that, he goes wild. If he catches them, he opens up, and I find his shot selection is weak.
Do you think your style is kind of custom built to beat that Thai style, Conor?
I think so. He comes in sloppy against me. He tries to come in on the pocket, rushed against me. I'll tip him across the anywhere around the temple, anywhere around the skull, and he goes down. So that's what I feel will happen. I feel I'll hit him. We'll exchange 1 or 2. He'll wobble. He'll get loose. He'll get wild, and he'll go down.
What's your long-term future in the UFC? Suppose you do in July. I mean, can you see yourself defending the title for 6, 7, 8 years? Are you going to be around that long?
Who knows? Who knows what the game has? I came into this promotion as a 2-weight world champion. I'm very proud of my accomplishments there. With my previous promotion, I simply vacated the belts. I never, in my mind, I'm a 2-weight world champion. So I definitely have my eyes on multiple weight titles in the UFC. We'll see. I like to keep busy. As long as my body is healthy, as long as I'm fit and healthy, I will compete. One thing I will not do is stay in this game longer than I should. I am smart as well.
9 years.
We'll see. It could be even less. Who knows? I will win my belts, and then I will decide what to do.
Conor, will you go up to 155 if you win straight away, or will you defend?
I'd like to get that belt straight away. If I'm being honest, there is a lot of fights in the 145-pound division. There's a lot of people who have spoke. So the wrestler question is a question that the fans want answered. How can he handle the American wrestler? So if that's a question that the fans want answered, then I will go and I'll beat one of these 145-pound wrestler contenders.
Conor, there's obviously 2 big fights in the featherweight division as well. Same the one this Saturday. Ricardo Lamas is fighting Chad Mendes, and then we have Frankie Edgar and Uriah Faber. Uriah's going into 145. Who's the number 1 contender out of those 4 for the title after this fight?
Whoever wins most impressively. This is the game. It can change in a heartbeat. You can be the man 1 minute, and then you're a prelim the next minute. So whoever wins most impressively. But I don't really pay attention to that right now. All I see is the gold.
Conor, you were talking about him obviously having a lot of miles on the clock, stagnating. Do you think though, on the flip side of that coin, if the fight were to go beyond maybe round 1, round 2, that championship round experience will stand to him? Do you feel that could be a potential advantage for him?
No, I don't think so. I don't think experience plays anything. We are both experienced. We are both under the spotlight. So I don't think that will play in. I think the fact that he's been through wars and I have not been scratched, that will play the difference. You know what I mean? Like I said, you can only take so many smacks before one puts you down.
Conor, the MTV documentary a couple of years ago, you name-checked Aldo. You said, "Who the hell is Aldo? There is no Jose Aldo." How long is this fight in your head? Have you been eyeing it up?
The gold is all I've been eyeing. The gold and the money. I'm not going to sit here and lie to anyone. This is prize fighting. I'm here for the money. I'm here for the money and the gold. And I think people that say they're not here for that are talking shit. They're lying to themselves and they're lying to you. This is prize fighting. I'm here for the money and the gold. I don't care about opponent. It could be anyone.
How do you plan to celebrate if you win?
I don't know. I will hug that gold tight. I will raise it high. I will drape the tricolour around me and celebrate. It's been a long road for my country to get here. Before I got here, we weren't even on the map. They didn't even look at us over here. Now it's all they seem to be talking about. So I will embrace it and I will raise the tricolour high and I will be proud of it.
Look forward to a stadium to defend the belt.
100%. It's definitely in the making. They were talking about because of the rain and all, but it's
you
been
got good roofing companies over here.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? There is roofing companies looking for work, and they are billionaires. You know what I mean? So put the fucking roof on the place and we'll do it. So we'll see. It will happen.
Dave Allen said that he's likely to bring the UFC back to Dublin later this year. Would you be happy to defend the title again and be in the Tree Arena, as we call it now?
Of course I would. I'd never turn down an opportunity to fight in my hometown. If it was the Tree Arena, I would embrace it. Just because it's not a stadium, I'd fight in here. You know what I mean? To fight at home, to be at home is That's special to me. Do you know what I mean? That moment in Dublin, nobody can take that away from me. The fact that I brought them back, got my teammates on, that whole night was a moment in history, and that's something I'll take with me till the end. So I will never turn down an opportunity to represent my country here at home.
Conor, do you expect anything different from Aldo? Do you think he could go to the ground?
They all do. I think
Try to take you to the ground.
they all do. I think a few exchanges and he'll turn into a grappler pretty quick. So I'm expecting the same. I'll hit him, he'll wobble, he'll shoot in a panic, I'll hit him again, he'll fall, I win.
Conor, did you get to work out with Rory McDonald? I know you've been.
Yeah, we got a session out there in Canada. We've done some jiu-jitsu.
Is that something you're going to do now? You're going to end the line ahead of the fight because he's obviously on the same card as well?
Not particularly, no. You know, I suppose even rolling with him made me realise, you know, the people who I've got to the level I'm at, I've got as good as I'm at with the people that is around me. So I'll keep the people that I have come up with, and I will keep. You know, there's so much at stake here. There's so much on the line here. Keep the people that you came up with. Bring them to wherever you're going, and keep going.
We've seen Aldo push Mendes on the last fight for as little as a square off. We've done a lot more to him.
What's he done?
Do you think he's broke?
Look at his demeanour. Do you know what I mean? Look at the way he has been with everyone else, except me. He's done absolutely nothing to me. He won't even look me in the eye. So 100%. He's never seen someone like me.
What happens this afternoon if you're up on the stage and he puts his hands on you?
He better behave.
Conor, what's the whole thing with you not allowed to put your hands on him? What did he say to Dana?
I don't know. His coach rang Dana saying, make sure Conor doesn't touch him. I said, I don't know. I don't give a shit about that, to be honest. They just don't want me near him. They want to make sure there's separation. They want to make sure there's distance. July 11th, there's no one there to separate. So.
And is it a threat that if you touch him, there's going to be a row, or that the fight's going to be off, or what's his problem?
I don't know. I don't really give a shit about that, to be honest. I touch him, he does nothing. So.
Did all because he, obviously, Conor, we all know, the hard work he put in the gym, all that stuff he came out about, the drug test and all that. That must have annoyed you.
It didn't annoy me. If anything, seems to me in Brazilian culture, it's a big part of Brazilian culture. So I'm happy the fight is in Vegas. I'm happy it's a new era of the sport where they do out of competition testing. It's essential. I even read an interview just recently of what his coach said, and I was actually blown away by it. My stomach turned a little bit, to be honest. This coach was saying the UFC need to decide whether it's spectacle or sport, because if they do the enhanced testing, the athletes won't be as good. But if they let them be on performance enhancing drugs, the spectacle will be the best spectacle they've ever seen. And I'm reading this thinking, what the fuck is this? Do you know what I mean? How can? What is that like? Do you know what I mean? That's almost like confirming to me what I already suspect. So you can say what you want. So I'm just happy that we will be tested out of competition. I just hope he is clean. I hope he doesn't get popped and then the fight's scrapped, because that's a fear of mine. You know what I mean? And now after reading that, even more so.
Conor, we know about boys obviously around it from theirs. They sort of a checkered history of pulling out for fights, missing weight a little bit. Are you 100% sure? Do you think this fight's going to go down?
I hope so. All I know is I will show up. That's it. All I know is I will show up. I hope he trains smart. I hope he stays safe. He's pulled down many contests on US soil. He's only fought his last few fights on Brazilian soil, where there's no commission out there. So I hope he stays safe. I hope he stays clean. But we will see. All I know is I will be there.
Do you think that's an issue on Jose's end?
It could be.
Conor, what about Ronda at the WrestleMania? Any plans to move over that side?
I actually watched it on the other day, and it was brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah.
She judo through Triple H. She should have threw Stephanie as well. I thought Stephanie could have taken a slam. I would have thought because she wrestles. But I don't know. I thought it was. I'm not thinking of that. You know, I'm not into the show business. This is the fight business for me. So who knows?
You're about the money, though, right?
Yeah, damn right I am. Yeah, like I said, if they waive it, I might go, but we'll see.
Where does that come from, though, Conor? Are you driven by the fear of being poor, or just the desire to be rich?
I don't know. I just want security. I just want my family to live good. I want myself to live good. I don't think that's a bad thing to admit. You know what I mean? I think you should admit that you know what I mean. You want comfort. You want security. I think people maybe shy away from that a little bit and say it's not all about the money. It's not about that. But if you have that mind frame, well, then it won't be, and then you won't. Do you know what I mean? You need to commit yourself 100% to what it is for, and then you will reap the rewards from it. So I'm not trying to hide nothing from nobody. I'm here to secure my family's future, to live good, and I have no shame in saying that. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm fucked up with it. I don't know. But that's the way I see it.
Conor, we've seen a few years ago maybe around 10,000-15,000 Ricky Hatton fans go to Las Vegas. That's probably the largest ever fan contingent from Europe to go to an event in Vegas. What are you expecting from the Irish fans?
I'm expecting it to be insane. They were saying to me, one of the Brazilian reporters was saying that chants are, there's only one Conor McGregor, you know that chant? And then their chant is, "U vamos here, you will die." And they're saying, what do you think it's going to be like when the two chants meet in the arena? And I'm saying, the Brazilians won't even be heard. So,
do you have a message for your fans travelling over to see you?
Yeah, I'm grateful to the people. Like, to think of the times we are in. I know the struggle people are going through, and to think that they're saving up and travelling over to support me, I'm forever grateful for that. And I'm blown away that everyone that is saving up and everyone that is coming over to watch the show. These are things that motivate me. These are things that spur me on to go and take it home.
Conor, how are you dealing with the fame? You know, there's an awful lot more attention on you now. Is it easy to get distracted?
It's been like this for a while. I don't think it's been like this for a while now. I mean, I'm with the UFC 2 year. I think the last 2 years it's been. I suppose it's gotten bigger, but it's been the same. So I take it in my stride. I recognise that it's part and parcel with it. It's part of the game. If you cannot handle it, well then you're in the wrong business.
Conor, Chad Mendes was on the MMA Hour yesterday. He said facing Aldo was the hardest thing he's ever done in his life. Do you expect him to be tested to the limits on July 11th?
I'm not Chad. I'm me. I'm my own man. I spoke with his teammate Uriah. He was talking shit as well. Him and his little buddy TJ. I seen them two backstage a few weeks ago. And I said to him, I'm gonna watch me do what none of yous could do. Watch me make this look easy. Watch me whoop him when all of yous failed. So I'm gonna make it look easy. I'm gonna do what not one of them could do, those alpha male.
So that's another one that's going to happen down the line, Conor. Like, I spoke to Uriah as well last week, and he was more or less saying the same thing. It's a fight he'd definitely like down the line after Frankie, if he was to beat Frankie.
That's it. He's in line for a #1 contender fight. Frankie's a #1 contender. If you can win, I said I wish you well. If you win, we'll do it. So
Frankie seems the only guy in the division that you seem to have a bit of respect for. Is that fair to say?
Make no mistake about it. I have respect for any man that steps foot inside the octagon at any level, whether it's at the top game or in a small hall. I have respect, but this is business, and when you're in the way of business has no friends. You know what I mean? So.
And tonight, obviously, with the fans, you know, it's going to be a good send off to end the World Tour. How special is it for you to be in front of 4,000 Irish fans tonight?
It's going to be brilliant. It's the right way to end it. We begun it in Rio. It was hostile territory in Rio. I took that intensity from Rio straight through the World Tour. Now I'm going to finish it with that positive energy from the Dublin crowd. It's going to bring me right through the whole camp. So I'm happy the way it has turned out. I feel
Conor,
it's perfect for me.
Conor, you've spoken about representing Irish MMA, but do you think this is the biggest fight in the history of European MMA?
This is the biggest fight in the history of MMA, in the sport. It's the biggest fight in the featherweight division. It's the biggest fight for my country. It's a big fight. It's a big fight.
Just in Rio, we saw you comfortable in the role of the villain, and the crowd representation towards you. But tonight you'll be the hero. In Boston, you were the hero. Is there either role that you find suits you better, or that you enjoy more?
I'm not playing a role. Every crowd has a different energy. Every place has a different energy. So I just feed off of the energy, and whatever the energy I take, it is what it is. So I'm not playing any role. I was having fun in Brazil. They were mocking me. They were saying they were going to kill me. So I put my feet on the table and told them I owned their city and they were going to do nothing about it. I just rolled with it. So I just feed off the energy, and whatever that energy is, it is.
Not just for yourself, but for the sport of MMA in general. What do you think the RT documentary has done for MMA and yourself in this country?
I think it's given people an insight as to what this game is. A lot of people don't know what it takes, what goes on backstage. Even a lot of the American journalists and stuff would not have seen the type of footage that you have seen already. That type of backstage access, that's never been seen before in the history of the sport. So I think it done good for the sport. I think parents can watch it. Parents can see what it actually takes, what the game is about, and then their kids can watch it alongside them. And then you have kids who are dreaming of following the path with their parents backing. That's a strong combination for success right there. Your parents backing these kids to follow the martial arts dream. So that's why I honestly truly believe that the next generation would be something special.
You've spoken as well about the amount of money people are paying to go to Vegas, and in this time how bad it is, and we seen online people pay three sums to go to the event tonight, even though it was free tickets. Why do you think you yourself have caught on so much with the Irish public? Do you think you're relatable to everyone, or why do you think you're so popular?
I don't know. I haven't got a clue, to be honest. I'm just being me. It's madness that there's people charging for this event right here today. That's madness. That is. It's a free fucking ticket event.
No, but I think I'm saying that people are willing to pay it. I'm not sure if people are selling it, but people are willing to pay.
I don't know. It's unbelievable. I'm blown away by it. Literally, I'm absolutely blown away by it.
You stayed very active since you came back from the injury, Conor. You had 3 fights in 6 months. I know it's a 6-month layoff to the next fight. Is that, I know you like to stay active, is that frustrating to you?
When they rang me and told me about the fight in July, because we had scheduled May, so I was happy with May. I mean, it is what it is. If anything, the fact that it's a little bit more distant, we got to do this tour. I got to handle all the media obligations. I don't think people can realise how tiring the media game is, the media side of it is, going from interview to interview to interview with the same question over and over and over again. But to do it this far out, to build it all, to come face to face, to do all the obligation, and then be free to train, free to prepare. I think it's the right way to do it. I think it's the way it should be done, because it can drain people. People can go into the fight mentally drained off of the media obligation. So when they first told me that was July, I wasn't too happy, but now I am. Now I'm happy.
You've never seen anyone interact with Jose the way he's been over the last week. Do you think coming into the fight now mentally, you're mentally stronger than him, as if you're going to be throwing shots with full conviction rather than previous opponent throw a 1-2 and sort of short on the kick because you're waiting for a counter? You thought about that a bit?
I think he will be.
Now, do you think you have the upper hand coming into the fight? We've never seen anyone interacting with him like this, and it is getting to him.
He will come forward and I will come forward. He'll overcommit. And that'll be it. And go down. He definitely will play into my favour.
Speaking of the arena earlier on, Conor, are you kind of accepting the fact that you've gotten to a stage now where probably a little bit too big for that?
Let me tell you something. I will never, ever be too big to fight here in any amount. If there's an event in the 3E because they are in the 3 arena because they couldn't get Kroger, you best believe I want that slot. I don't want to sit back and watch. You know what I mean? That was the dream, to bring it back here. And you best believe every time they come back here, I want Donny. I will never be too big for that.
Tom, are you going to watch the Mayweather fight? If so, who do you think is going to win?
Yeah, of course I'll watch it. I think Mayweather stops him. I think Mayweather stops him in the later rounds. Mayweather's aged better. Manny has aged. They're both similar age, but Manny has aged more through wars in the ring. Same as Jose, I think.
Conor, coming back from the coming back from that ACL injury, do you think with Jose's background in soccer and so forth, that he's going to look to expose that knee with the kicks?
You're Irish, mate, yeah? It's called football over here.
Football, sorry.
This is mixed martial arts. This isn't football. You know what I mean? You can kick a ball. That doesn't play into a fight. So I can also play football. So I don't pay attention to that.
Conor, your coach John Kavanagh said there's two things fighters encounter when they encounter you. The first is when they come face to face and they see that crazy, and I quote, nut look in your eye, and they know, oh shit, this isn't joking, this guy's real. Any chance taking off the glass and seeing that crazy nut look in your eye?
Yeah.
It's been a long tour, I know you're knackered.
Yeah. You want to see my eyes or what?
There we go. John
I don't know, they think it's a joke. I find that they think it's a joke. But when they're face to face, when it's time to fight, it's no joke no more.
John said the second thing they encounter is the first time that first punch lands. When do you think that's going to be, July 11th?
It will happen. I will hit him. He already knows it's no joke no more. I always hear him saying it's a sell. It's to sell a fight. I'm not trying to sell nothing. I'm trying to kill him, and that's it. This is the way it is. It's not a joke. It's not an act. I'm here to take what's mine.
Good luck in July.
Thank you.
Did you find John, or did John find you? And what do you make of that sort of coming together?
Did I find John or did John find me? I actually found John. Because when I moved school, John, and my coach Tom, and my teammate Tom, was training with John, and he introduced me to him. So that's how it happened. He said I was doing some boxing, Tom was doing some grappling, and then John was obviously doing MMA and was the main guy in the country at the time. So he introduced me to him. I went down, met John, and then the rest is history.
Was that luck or what?
I think it was a little bit of luck. Thankfully, Tom, because I was just kind of a floater. I always am. I just do even now I do my own thing. I go to the gym on my own time. I bring people to me. I operate on my own time. So it was a bit of luck that Tom sourced John. Tom done a little bit of research. Who's the number one guy in the country? Who's the main guy in the country? And John was the main guy in the country. So without Tom, I probably wouldn't be here either. And of course, without John, I wouldn't be here. So if I hadn't have moved from Crumlin to Lucan,
that's been too modest.
Huh?
Has that been too modest?
I don't know, when you meet people, they set you on the right path, and John set me on the right path, and Tom, we used to always discuss that. We used to always talk about the dream, me and Tom. We used to always visualise being at this stage. So without those conversations, I don't think I would have had those thoughts, So, but who knows? I can't think of any other way, because that's just the way it's been.
Thanks, man.
Conor, a video went viral during the week of you calmly explaining the difference between the UK and Ireland to Dana White. Is that something that you have to deal with a lot when you do impress in other countries?
Sometimes, but he was only messing with me. He said it backstage. I was only winding up, but it wasn't the time to wind me up. You know what I mean? When I'm on stage with Jose, but I'm sure he's gonna eat a lot of abuse today over it. So
I asked him when I was over there, what was his first thought when you grabbed his neck, and he said, I don't even think I thought it was Conor that grabbed my neck. Whereas the reaction, he knew.
Yeah.
He knew. But he said to me over there, he said, I didn't even know. I just looked around to see who was behind me.
Conor, you've loads of Irish fighters later on the press conference. Are you proud to be kind of leading the way for more SPG and Irish fighters in the UFC?
Of course I am. You know what I mean? To give people an opportunity to come onto the stage and to make money and to make a living out of this. That's something nobody can take away from me. I paved the way for this. So I take great pride in this. And when it's all said and done, and when I walk away from the game, and I watch these young kids coming up that no one's even heard of at the minute, that are climbing the ladder, I can sit back and watch with a smile now that I played some part in that. That's something that I will take with me. So I have many accomplishments in this game that I am extremely proud of.
Do you find it slightly amusing, Conor, that it's fight week for Lamas and Mendes, and I know they've been getting a little bit wound up by you, and nobody's talking about the fight, everyone's talking about this. Does that give you any satisfaction?
They should be happy it's a main event slot, let's be honest. Before me it was prelims. Before me, Jose was in the co-main event. Do you know what I mean? He was defending his belt in the co-main event. Now we have people who are in the top 10 of the featherweights who are getting their own main event slot on their own card. So they should just be happy that they have their main event slot.
Do you think fellas like that should maybe take a little bit of a leaf out of your book instead of complaining about your progress and maybe follow
I
your
find
example?
it funny the way people talk about the way I do, the way I handle my situation, and then go out and do the same thing, go out and try and mimic it. I think people just need to be themselves. You can't be anybody but yourself. Go out, be yourself, win fights, win them impressively. Everything else takes care of itself. You don't need to put on an act, you don't need to be anyone but yourself. Win impressively, be who you are, and let the good times roll.
Sorry, Conor, do you think maybe winning the UFC title it helped MMA become as mainstream as soccer and GA in this country?
I think it already is. I think it is. I think the amount of kids, the amount of gyms, the amount of people involved in martial arts in this country has skyrocketed. So it's just going to keep growing. Of course, it'll probably. It's just going to keep growing and growing and growing. So GAA and those games are football and hurley. Those games have been around since way back. So, but so is fighting as well. You know what I mean? We've been fighting way back as well. So I think it will.
Conor, can I just ask you, with the success of Notorious, congratulations by the way, amazing show. Just wanted to say, I know when Love Hate finished, everyone was looking for something to watch on Monday night, and now they're all addicted to watching Notorious. Is there any chance of seeing more episodes going forward?
Yeah, what's happening is right now we are. Thank you for them. I'm proud of that one. I put a lot of work into that. I didn't just have the cameras follow me. The name, I wasn't executive producer. That wasn't for nothing. I put in a lot of work on that. I had full creative control on that project. Every episode that came through, we went through rigorously. You know what I mean? I put a lot of work into that. So I'm proud that to show people something that they've not seen before, to give people a deeper look on the sport, and maybe change their opinion on the sport. But right now, what's happening is we have worked a deal with Fox. The series will go out on Fox Sports. We were also in talks with Globo, which is the big TV station in Brazil, BT Sport in the UK. We are also heading to the Cannes Film Festival, or one of them festivals, and they're gonna sell that to major networks around the globe. So it's been a highly successful project for me. As far as the next one, what we're going to do now is we're in talks. I want to make a film. I want to wrap it up with a feature film. All through the camp, all in the world title fight, the post fight, and then have that maybe a 2.5 hour film, have it on TV stations here free to air, and then have it cinemas all over the world. I feel exactly finish the story. You know what I mean? I can always look back long after I'm gone. That story will still be told. That's something. Again, there's another thing I'm extremely proud of. So. And even the people that have come up with me, like the severe MMA people that have been coming to the local shows way before everyone else, and to see them coming up and they're getting their shot, and I'm proud that people are coming up with me. It's good times. But like I feel what your passion can do. Your passion opens up avenues that you can take, and it's important to go down that avenue at 100 miles an hour. Take full advantage of every avenue that opens. And that was an avenue that has opened for me. The fight game is my passion. Competing is my passion. The documentary and the TV series, that was an avenue that opened up, and I capitalized fully, and I'm reaping the benefits from it. So I am proud of that.
This time 2 years ago, Conor was a couple of days away from your debut against Marcus Brumich within this weekend. Doesn't
2 years ago?
2 years ago, yeah. It doesn't seem like that long ago.
Madness. Absolute madness. I have to pinch myself, honestly. Every day I wake up, I pinch myself. Like, 2 years. That's no time at all to see what's at the happening. See how the country's at the jumping on board. I'm grateful every single day in my life.
People forget as well there was a 9-10 month gap in between where you were injured. Do you think this fight would have happened by now if you hadn't picked up the injury?
Yeah, I think so. But it's hard to kind of look at that. This is the way it's shaped, and everything was a blessing in disguise. That injury was a blessing in disguise. That injury showed me what true preparation is. Showed me, I learned so much more about the human body. That stood to me. So when I came back better than everybody. So it all worked. My coach always says it's the perfect storm. You need that. It's just a combination of things that just come together and create the perfect storm. And everything that has happened, it has all been perfect, and it's all leading into this moment.
Conor, about 3 years ago, I went to a local show, Man of War, and you were rolling with, it was the first time I ever shooting an event, you were rolling with, I think it was Tommy Martin at the time, and he went down and won by side, I think he was choked by over his shoulder.
Shoulder pressure, yeah.
Yes.
Shoulder of justice, my coach calls that. So it's not. You feel like you're safe. You cup the lat, turn the body, and the chin runs like that, and you're cutting off the blood supply here. It's like it's a quick one. You don't really feel like you're in danger, and then next thing you're asleep. And Tommy Martin's actually really good at it. If you're not tight with your frame, he'll put you asleep with it.
You were very vocal about. You were very vocal with him about that. You were do this and do that. You know, are you always coaching them to try and push to the top level where you were, like the likes of Tommy Martin coming through at him, and then I could be pronouncing the guy's name wrong, but Fabio.
Yeah, Franz maybe. I don't know.
Franz,
Right.
Fabio. Yeah,
Anyone that's
like they're all starting to make a name.
there's
now.
no ego in the gym. There's no ego in the gym. Out here on the stage, you must be cocky. You must be confident. You must have that arrogance that nobody can touch you. No one's gonna do nothing to you. In the gym, we have a sign at the gym. When you walk into the gym, it said, "No egos beyond this point." So you walk past that point, you leave your ego at the door. So anyone in the gym, we're all teaching each other. Everyone is looking to learn. That's what martial arts is about. It's about growing together. So anyone that's in the gym, we look to help each other. We look to grow together. So I am definitely vocal, and I definitely look to encourage my teammates, of course.
Conor, would you say that you're the most confident Irish sports person of all time?
I don't know. I think there's been many confident sports people. I feel for our small nation, we've dominated many areas of sport. So I think we are all confident in our own way. So
One more. What are you going to say that I'll do later on?
I don't know. I'll see what happens. People will ask the questions. We sit down, they ask us questions, and that's it. We'll see what happens. I'll feed off the energy.
Thank you, guys.